Alrighty, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We have fun development that you might be able to see in the title. My blinds broke. I made the mistake of attempting to open my blinds and cast housing. Heaven forbid. Um, so yeah, if you notice the lights hitting me any different, that's why. Uh, I, 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 I don't know. That was a wonderful start to the day. Also a reason why we're a couple minutes late, but nothing wrong with being a couple minutes late. Because I think, yeah, we still got a minute left to make our first pick. That's a little bit less than usual, but still reasonable. It's been interesting doing these without the sidekick for a hot second. I might try and futz around and get it to work on Firefox quickly during the stream, just because you know after I made that like Jalen Hurts and Baker Mayfield click last night, like it's good to use the thing that I paid for. So we'll grab Jordan Mason here. Team started Lamar, David Montgomery, Jonathan Brooks, Jordan Mason, Amon St. Brown, Zay Flowers, Roma Dunze, and Brock Bowers. I feel like we needed more running back production, and this is just like a point in the draft where I'm fine just grabbing running backs. Here we don't have a tight end, and Juwan Johnson is there for us behind ADP. Are we set at quarterback? We can be set at quarterback, so it's not like I need to rush to take a quarterback here. The running backs are not my favorite room, but like, fine. Has a let me see Keenan Allen went. Keenan Allen went 145. Like if I'm not seeing Keenan Allen, it means he went. Um, yeah. Let's grab Juwan Johnson as our tight end one here. All right. So I'm gonna futz around. Do I even have Firefox installed? Is now the question. I do. Very surprising. You can obviously not see this yet. GM Mother. It's good to see you. Um, I heard your improv classes uh, were good last night. I still haven't gotten that email, by the way. This is my way of communicating with my mother about other stuff. Uh, but yeah, so I'll get that to you when it comes in. Oh my gosh, underdog. Hello, you can have access to my location. Yes, that's fine. That's not working. Did I? There we go. All right, let's see if this works on Firefox. I'm gonna take this down since we have a little bit of time. Get the nice big screen of me with this beautiful natural light. You can see it in the picture behind me. The open window and no blinds. Um, did I? Yeah, this is fun. Man, okay, internet's actually being bad as well. Um, because even on Chrome, it's being weird right now. Yeah, it's having a tough time fetching my draft. We love to hear it, mother. Love to hear it. Yeah, that was supposed to be my improv class. Alas. Okay, so it's not liking Firefox. The internet's bad enough that it's actually affecting stream dropped for a second. Hopefully this is better. Just trying to load my location. There we go. Okay. Active. Draft. Okay, so it is now working on Firefox. I can at least share it on Firefox instead of on Chrome. That can happen. As I now try and figure out. I guess I have to share the entire window on Firefox. Interesting. But that's fine. And put it on the stage and move me where I'm supposed to be. Great. So step 1 complete. Oh, and now we have the sidekick up. We press the button. And get my personal email, which is great. It's public information anyway. It's my acting email. So not really. And then we have a code that I don't think it matters if people see. Great. You're all locked in there. Will it load? Try again. Please. This doesn't work. I'm just gonna raw dog it. And then click to run. All right, and it's working again. Great. I will say it also looks crisper on Firefox, which is I don't know why, but it does. At least to me. So here we started. Daniels, Dobbins, Rashad White, Jordan Mason, Jamar Chase, H. Brown, Rasheed Rice, T. Higgins, Luther Burden. Kick is saying Jordan Love as its quarterback of choice or Keaton Mitchell. I agree with quarterback, but I disagree with which one. We'll grab Stafford here. Here we started Saquon, Travis Etienne, JCM, JJ, Garrett Wilson, Romadunze, Josh Downs, Wandale Robinson. It's saying you need a quarterback. It suggests Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray is reasonable. But I think I'm going. The Dart offense, although it's slightly better buy-wise, we're just dodging 13, which means we want to make sure we probably get 2 quarterbacks here, so we're not. Of course, grab like Mendoza. I probably want to dodge 11 too if we're getting later quarterbacks. So yeah, we'll just take Jackson Dart. Hope someone comes back. Here we started Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, Jalen Warren, Zay Flowers, Lad McConkey, Jaden Reed, and Colston Loveland. Kick says Josh Downs, just index on the week 13 bye. Then it says reach down and take Patrick Mahomes, and then it says take Jordan Mason. I'm going to take the third click. Jordan Mason. I specifically know I had a lot of these builds that I was doing heavy receivers, and that means I need to be slamming these running backs when I get the chance. Like Derrick Henry, Travis Etienne, Travion Henderson, JCM, CeeDee Lamb, Zay Flowers, Jaden Reed, and Matthew Golden. I agree, actually. We are kind of getting to the point where Mekhi Lemon is actually interesting again. Because we've been getting good injury news on Matthew Golden. I might be tempted to have another Matthew Golden share. Not Matthew Golden, Mekhi Lemon. Another Mekhi Lemon share here. I think I will, actually. Like, he's there, he's back running routes. If he's like actually involved early still, like that's huge. And in this receiver room, he doesn't need to be involved early. We have a bunch of late buys that he can cover at the end of the season if the team is doing well. So feel pretty good about that. We started here. Bo Nix, Kenneth Walker, Travis Etienne, RJ Harvey, CeeDee Lamb, T. Higgins, Romadunze, and Jordan Tyson with Tyler Warren at tight end. Obviously very worried about Jordan Tyson. By very worried, I mean basically considering that pick is 0. So it feels like I'm 1-3-3-1, which is why I'm sort of like I really agree with the kick. here that I want receivers in this range. Like my hope is that I can get Xavier Worthy, and then maybe another good running back. It's unlikely, but yeah. I hope the elite onesies carry us through. Here we started Purdy, Mahomes, Goff, Bijan, Javante, Tootin, London, Evans, Thomas, Metcalf, Keenan Allen, and Jake Ferguson. I could be. I don't need a quarterback, so my mind is this is the time to get one of my Vegas receivers, the choose your Vegas receiver, and then it would be grab a second tight end. I think we'll take Jalen Naylor. As our choose a Vegas receiver for today. Okay, good. I was like, did the stream fritz out? No, we're good. Here we started Purdy, Kenneth Walker, RJ Harvey White, Lamb, Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson, Roman Dunze, and Trey McBride. My top click is Jackson Dart. Kick is saying Xavier Worthy. I like Xavier Worthy with the Kenneth Walker connection, and I'm not super duper worried about tight end scoring problems there. Here we started 1-4-2 with Jalen Hurts, Bijan Robinson, Javonte Williams, Bashal Tootin, Rico Dowdle, Rashee Rice, and Mike Evans. Kick says it's Jordan Addison time. I think it's Michael Pittman time, especially with Rico Dowdle. Yeah, it's Michael Pittman time. It's probably going to be Jordan Addison time on the other side of the turn, though, I will say. Here we started with Bowers, Luther Burden, Lad McConkey, Rashee Rice, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jordan Mason, J.K. Dobbins, and Tony Pollard. Holy mackerel. But we don't necessarily need Aaron Jones. I don't think we want both parts of the Minnesota backfield. I'm kind of curious why we don't want Jordan Addison here. It's a bit of a fall. I think he's a good player that the psychic likes. I guess it's really like you need quarterbacks. I don't think so. I think we can make this happen with Jordan Addison. I think he's a good pick, so I'm going to take him. Here we started Drake May, Cam Scadabo, Boo, Puka Nacua, AJ Brown, Malik Neighbors, and Luther Burden. Yeah, this is just J.K. Dobbins all day, every day. I am taking so much J.K. Dobbins in this contest, and I am happy about it. I'm proud of J.K. Dobbins. I'm shocked Keaton Mitchell is this high. This is the sort of team that I would be interested in Keaton Mitchell on, I think. Oh, I need to fix my Tyjae Spears rankings. Where is Spears? You are now firmly below those guys. I think you're less talented than those guys. Yeah, like this, like Ray Davis tier. Active. I can see Algier here, although I'm not really worried about. Like maybe with the Brees stuff, I'm a little bit worried about early season. But like not super duper worried. My thought was just get a third quarterback. So might not be a third quarterback when we are back on the clock. I'm surprised. I might actually be able to take Alec Pierce. But no. No, we definitely want a third quarterback. Like Malik Willis is probably not great. Like non-zero chance to be benched by week 10. Like this tight end range, it's a bit tricky with Fannin as well. I think I'm just gonna pull the trigger on Jordan Love. get the 3 quarterbacks. It's a bit more capital than I would like to spend, but sometimes when you make mistakes, you can't double down by exacerbating the mistake. You cover the mistake and then you move on. Here, Kick says Jalen Warren or Tony Pollard, then Tyler Warren or Marvin Harrison. Yeah, like the Tyler Warren injury is not going to be huge, but I have one Bowers Warren team and I already hate it, so probably not doing that. I can be convinced for Jalen Warren. I feel like there's better plays later. I think I'd rather just grab an elite quarterback. It's kind of close, though. Here we have Josh Jacobs, CeeDee Lamb, Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson, Rome Odunze, and Brock Bowers. This is JCM's music, absolutely. Just somewhat trusting the drum beat. This is J.K. Dobbins, if I've ever seen one. Jaden Daniels, Quinton Jenkins, Nakua, London, Neighbors, Waddle. J.K. Dobbins. And probably JCM. Just hammering these running backs. Kenneth Walker, Cam Scatabo, CeeDee Lamb, Malik Neighbors, and Luther Burden. I agree Tyler Warren's probably the pick here. Like, now that we're not worried about his injury stuff again, I'm happy to keep slurping up this guy. We're here at 96. I'm curious what the kick says about Chip Hubbard. Kick says don't take him yet. I will agree with Fannin. I think this is a good Fannin team. Jenkins teams are generally going to be good Fannin teams. But I'm definitely on the Hubbard train here over Addison. Like, you're giving, like, these are the running backs you need to be targeting in these ranges. These running backs that, like, legitimately can be, but you're getting in the 8th, 9th, 10th rounds. Bijan, Javonte, Bucky, Rico, Nico Collins, Luther Burden, DK Metcalf. The Laporta injury is worrying. So definitely not looking in that direction. I am looking more in the JMO direction at all times now. Jordan Mason here should be acceptable. Right? Yeah. Yeah. And then we are done and dusted at running back here. That feels like a good room. Here we're starting Jade Daniels, Judkins, Dobbins, White, Puka Nakua, A.J. Brown, Malik Neighbors, Ted Arroyo McMillan, and Harold Fannin. The kick says Jacoby Myers here. I think I'm fine with that. I don't think I need a quarterback. Jacoby Myers is the only receiver I want, and there are 5 quarterbacks. If they all go between now and my next pick, I think I'll be fine. I'll have other picks. Here at 95, Chuba Hubbard's still here. I'm probably going to just take Chuba Hubbard. I'm not taking Aaron Jones over Chuba Hubbard. It's just not happening. Like, I love Aaron Jones, and I would love to add Aaron Jones to this team, but no, I'm taking Chuba Hubbard over Aaron Jones every day of the week, brother. The guy that's theoretically in front of him has a I don't know. The Jonathan Brooks stuff is like hard for me because like I'm not in on the guy at all, but I want to respect the market a little bit. And I was in on him when he was going in the 140s as like a giga backup. I'm curious. Let me see if I can log into Best Ball Mania database. And look at my players. Like, because I have a decent amount of bricks. I was trying to figure out, like, average pick of, like, 140. I have a ton of them in the 140s. You know, from earlier in the year. And then I have some of him in the 100s and 110s from more recently. I haven't actually synced up my BBMDB stuff. Actually, if I can do that now as well. Uh, oh, it's only for Chrome. So I need to go back to Chrome and do that. I can do that later. For now, what we've got is a very strange start. Genty Henry, Jacobs, JCM, Rice, Williams, Carnell Tate, Joshua Downs. Kick says, you need a quarterback. Kick is really saying you need a quarterback. If you're not taking the quarterback, you need Stephon Diggs. I like Diggs, frankly. I don't know. Like, am I really going to go quarterback here? I think that's unlikely. Maybe. And like, it's not like this team would be ruined if it had Worthy or Golden or Robinson on it. So I should probably just take my favorite quarterback. Let's go with Stafford. Sure. All right, pardon me. I'm about to sneeze. Not a third one. Great. So we have Bo Nix and Malik Willis at quarterback here. Travis Etienne, RJ Harvey, and Rashad White at running back. Lamb, Higgins, J-Mo, Carnell Tate, and Joshua Downs at receiver. And Brock Bowers at tight end. Kick is saying you need a running back. I agree that I'm not taking Andrews or Darnold. Yeah, if I was going to take a quarterback, it would be Jones. I don't think I want to take Jones, though. I think Keenan Allen's reasonable, but I kind of agree. This is a quite bad running back room, and there's a beautiful little Tyler Algier right there who can come along and fix it with this love. Here we started Gibbs, Judkins, Irvin, Collins, and Pickens. Very rare to see a George Pickens team for me. I actually agree with the kick on Godwin to some extent. Yeah, it's like get that receiver firepower. I could also see going. Wow, they have Brian Helms buried, at least in this front of Sims. I think Dowd is fine here, though. Dowd or J.K. Dobbins would be fine, but it's already have the Week 10 bye. Might as well just grab the Week 9 instead of the Week 10. Jalen Hurts, Devon Achane, Jalen Warren, Rashad White, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Rashi Rice, Ted Arroyo, McMillan, Devontae Adams is our start here from the 6 hole. Mahomes is reasonable. I don't want to take Aaron Jones here. So keep on these beautiful, great quarterbacks. Holy mackerel. People are going out of their minds for Juwan Johnson, as they should. Don't necessarily want Jake Ferguson. I'm definitely more aggressive on my Keenan Allen ranking than they are. Although I think the Psychic has ADP built in. It's like it's still thinking that you can get Keenan in the 190s when you cannot. I'm thinking Algier and be done at running back. Feels good. And then we can build out the rest of the team as needed. Probably going to want a running back or quarterback here. We have Tootin, Rico, JCM, Puka, London, Neighbors, Burden, BTJ, and Harold Fannin. Let's go Goff. Don't have a week 6 bye yet on the team. Don't need the correlation, so feels good. Yeah, this Laporta injury is worrying, so I think I'm not going to be touching that. have a week 11 bye. We have a week 10 bye. We have a week 6 bye. JMO, Waddle, Rice, Lamb, JCM, Brooks, Jadarian Price, and Derrick Henry is the start we have. I think this is a Kyler Murray spot of the quarterbacks here. And we'll probably come back and pick another one. If we're being completely honest. This is a quarterback spot. Scatterbo, Dobbins, JCM, St. Brown, Rice, Burden, Cornell Tate, Michael Pittman, and Brock Bowers. I just think Goff and Mayfield are like meaningfully different. That I'm willing to take the stacking element. Also, I want to get my Goff exposure up. Here we got May, Bijan, Bucky, Tootin, AJ Brown, and Nico Collins. Kick says DeKalen Metcalf over J.K. Dobbins. I guess with a bye, I can accept that. I'm kind of tempted for Chris Godwin, but we'll grab DK Metcalf. Oh, GM, Mr. Candles. It's good to see you this morning. Hopefully, I didn't intrude on your streaming time too much. I've been trying to. The new schedule, I think, is 10 on both ends, 10 in the morning and 10 at night for me, which is actually been working out pretty well in terms of getting to go through the vast majority of the picks without having to make too many off stream. I've had to make a couple, but that is the sacrifice I'm willing to make to not have to stream 3 times a day, because I think that's just a bit much for my schedule right now, unfortunately. It would be fun to do, but a bit much for me. Yeah, there's so many slows, but it's very interesting. I think a lot of these spots are not eliminator slows. Like, it's just, especially with all the news that's coming in, then how much you want to react to like where are you taking Keenan Allen now? I think is a big question. I've been seeing people chase my boy Jawan Johnson way up the board. Like, you have to be a lot more intentional with stuff like that when you're in these slows as all these news come out. Yeah, I forgot that the first quarter contest. It's like kind of like it's even more eliminator than the eliminator, which is kind of fun. I don't think I'm going to be entering it, but yeah. Ugh. Kick is saying Dak Prescott here. I kind of want to. I don't know. What's the thing on Show Ideas? A hamstring injury. I feel like the real bad part about Rachaad White is not that he's injured; it's that he's like getting absolutely killed by JCM. I can see Dak being the correct pick here, but Josh Downs is really cool. Like, how worried am I about Keenan? Especially if Tyler Warren is like going to be fully healthy. I think I've earned my scared about. Yeah, I think the Aren't You Worrieds are going to win. Give me Dak Prescott. Yes. Nah. No, I'm curious how the first quarter streets are different than the regular streets. I'm sure you get a lot of very, very different picks going up there. I'm sure my boy Javonte goes a lot higher and that sort of stuff. Like, it's nice. I might try and do some of those a little bit, but I really want to get into the Superflex contests. I think those are a fun, like, different format. I'm glad that we have those. It's gonna be, I think I'm gonna definitely be stopping by PPR's stream later tonight. The start of his 24-hour stream, because I'm sure he's going to be doing a lot of the Superflex stuff there. All right, we're here at the 11-12 turn with Saquon, ETN, JCM, Jefferson, Wilson, Watson, Adunze, Downs, and Diggs at receiver, and Harold Fanning. So we're probably done at receiver, honestly. And I agree with the psychic. This, oh, but Juwan Johnson's still there. No, this has to be at least one quarterback. Um, I think Cam Ward is the best first one, despite it not being on the psychic at all. It's the way the buys work. Like, I don't really want to do Darnold because he rules out like Tua or like a Cleveland quarterback that I could take in the last rounds once we get more news about how those situations are going to unfold. That's why I'm kind of trying to steer clear of Week 11 buys. It's also I'm a little bit skeptical about Daniel Jones for the same reason. Like if we get concrete news on something with Mendoza, that might be an interesting pivot that we don't have options to work on if we take Daniel Jones. So I'm at least gonna like first pick is going to be C.J. Stroud, and then the question is, do I just go C.J. Stroud, Cam Ward, and then expect a third one? Because Cam Ward means I can't take Rodgers. Is the problem there? I think it's like most likely. What's Rodgers ADP? 160. I should be able to get Rodgers or Bryce Young at my next turn if I really want. So I think going Daniel Jones is probably correct. Because I think it's very unlikely that we hear anything with Mendoza super early, like early enough to get like reaction to. I think it's much more likely that we get concrete news out of Cleveland or Atlanta, or that I end up taking Bryce Young or Aaron Rodgers. So, yeah, all AFC South quarterbacks there. Here at the 10.6, started Lamar, Jackson Dart, Cam Scatabo, Ramondre, JCM, St. Brown, Rice, Godwin, and Bowers. My initial lean is that I need a receiver and that Matthew Golden's there, so I kind of want to click him. Psychic is telling me Aaron Jones. I forgot. The kick just hates Matthew Golden. Not really. I mean, he's fourth. I can see the running back argument because none of these running backs are particularly strong. Like this may have to be a 6 RB room, probably at the expense of going 2 at both onesies. Like can be a what would be a 2-6, or maybe like a 3-6-7-2. So I don't think we're gonna need a ton more at receiver. Like we're gonna need to click receivers, but I don't think this needs to be a giant receiver room. We can take a pretty elite second tight end. I'm like slowly talking myself into Aaron Jones. It's like I want to have one of the Washington backfield in a lot of drafts. I want to have one of the Jacksonville backfield in a lot of drafts. I want to have one of the Minnesota backfield in a lot of drafts. And I didn't get Mason. I'll take Aaron Jones. I think Aaron Jones is reasonable. Get more receivers later. I'm excited about. Get my Keenan Allen stuff. All right. Here we started Hurts, Bijan, Tootin, Chuba Hubbard, A.J. Brown, Rashee Rice, Mike Evans, DK Metcalf. Now, this is like a different group of players. Like if you're making me take Aaron Jones over Matthew Golden, that's fine. If you want me to take Aaron Jones over Jordan Addison, that's I think it's a completely separate thing. Like Jordan Addison is just so much better of a player. You cannot convince me to take Aaron Jones there. I'm maybe at the next pick. Jordan Addison looks good. But yeah. No, this has been a nice, good clearing out of some of these guys. I really hope. I know everyone always hopes this, and it never actually happens. I really hope we have a little bit of chill on the injuries. That Jaden Higgins injury felt really bad. Like as much as he's not someone that I've been thinking is a really good prospect, or someone who I think is going to perform really well. He seemed like someone who was watching the Texans. He seemed like a good guy, and or seems like a good guy, and that team has just been cursed with all these wide receiver knee injuries. It always sucks. It's like least favorite part of football, having to look at those things and everything that's been going on. But knock on wood. Hopefully, it slows down a little bit. Hopefully, I can get some new blinds, so maybe I don't look quite as washed out. And yeah, hopefully we'll have some more wonderful picks back here. Should be right around 10 p.m. So thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by, and I will see you tonight. Bye bye.